Smells. They saw our car then, man. Get inside!
Infilling into the front line. It is the worst part. Let's talk about what happens behind the scenes, stuff that I can't show you on footage for obvious reasons. In my last trip to Ukraine, most of the missions I did were routine missions. It was missions where I knew what was coming a couple days ahead. So the first thing that you're gonna get is a mission order, as well as a time, a date that you're gonna be going out to the mission. Sometimes this is gonna be last minute just because the war changes. The battlefield situation can develop within seconds. So sometimes you'll get those orders about a day ahead of time. Now for most units in Ukraine, including ours, the way that our rotations go is that a group will go out there, 3-4-man team will go out there, do their Mavic missions, and then when they're done with their 5-day rotation, they come back and we replace them. But getting infil and exfilled, it depends on weather conditions, it depends on battlefield conditions. So a lot of times those rotations get extended, which is very fun. Think about the last combat operation that I shared to you guys. I was there for 7.5 days. This is not unheard of. I've had my team leader, he's done multiple 15-day rotations. 3 times what it's supposed to be. But he doesn't complain because this is the war. So as soon as my leadership has the orders, they'll then tell our team leader. And my team leader will come to us, to the team house, and it'll tell us what's up. And at this point, it's voluntold or volunteer. And you can either volunteer for it, or you might be able to skip it if we have a couple more people than we need. So yeah, I know that I have a huge military audience. If you haven't been combat deployed before, it's the same thing that you guys are training and how you live your lives in the military. You just get told what to do, or you volunteer. It's the same rationality of, oh, well, I guess it's my time. I haven't done it last rotation. All right, I'll go on this one. It's one of those deals. You divvy it up amongst yourself. You kind of talk about it for 10 minutes or so, and then, okay. You know, and nobody really complains. Everybody knows what they signed up for, especially here. Next, once you know who's going, you have to do your pre-combat checks, as well as testing and checking all mission essential gear, such as drones, EcoFlows, generators, antennas, everything. You fly every single drone, no matter if you flew it just the day prior. You do it all in one big checklist. That way you know what you're bringing to the front is the right stuff and it's working. So this is done in the rear, in our team house, and you know, we don't have any threat of artillery here. We don't have any threat of pretty much anything, except for like cabs. So you go outside in the sun, try and get those sun rays before you're locked inside a hole for 5 days or a week, and you clean your rifle. You make sure you pack your stuff up as well. And it's very individual because in Ukraine, the foreigners that come here should have some military experience. And because of that, they have this training, and the team leader knows I wouldn't have let them on the team if they didn't know what they're doing. So it's a very hands-off approach. Get what you want, take what you want. You should know what to bring, so if you don't bring it, that's your fault. Might be your last day on Earth. You want your vape, you want your your phone and stuff. And because of the battlefield situation being so fluid, you're gonna want to bring some extra food and like any other supplies that you might have to have for another additional 5 days or 10 days that you could be staying out there. So my packing list consists of ammunition, frags, my rifle obviously, thermal layers, coats and sleeping bag, etc. Plus for food, we have a lot of volunteers who give us MREs, thank you very much. So we'll take that to the front line for like our meals and stuff, but we'll always do a grocery run with everybody that's going on rotation the day before. We go to the grocery store, we pick up meat and eggs, stuff that might go rotten, stuff that's not an MRE. And to make it a little bit more homey, you can cook a little bit while you're out there. And for myself, I'll buy a bunch of chocolate bars and energy bars, some Zins, and of course, White Monsters. Who could forget? So now that we have everything packed up, we have the groceries, everything's good, we'll then get a sit rep. Somewhere around there, we'll get a sit rep, which is a situation report. What is happening on the front line? So we'll contact the team that we're about to replace, and we'll say, okay, for the last rotation that you guys did, that you're about to come off of, what happened? What were the happenings? How did the situation change? And they'll give us an update on the enemy, an update on themselves. Did they take an FPV? Was there a bombardment at a certain time? Was there, were there troops passing by? Anything that might be important for us to know, they'll let us know. Things you might want to know. Maybe an unexploded grad missile poking your Bilindash. Might want to know that.
Так от показати, де знаходиться.
And then if we have some extra time, our team leader will take us aside and say, hey, let's do some drills, medical drills, vehicle extraction, and just kind of making sure that we're all ready for the infill, which is not usually the best part of the rotation.
Now let's dismount.
The day of the mission, what do? You wake up, it's either super early in the morning because you're gonna infill during sunrise, or in the middle of the evening, you'll head out to go and catch the sunset. Early morning, we wake up, it's like 2 a.m. Anybody, even if they're not going on the mission, is gonna help each other get all the stuff into the car. It's a lot of equipment, and we drive off. We'll have to drive for an hour or two or whatever it is. We are driving to the place where our driver is. Because we're not taking this vehicle to the front line. We're going to be taking our platoon's driver's vehicle. He's going to drive us. These vehicles can change. You know, like usually in our scenarios, it's just a regular car, maybe put a jammer on top for the FPVs. You know, if there's a lot of artillery in the area, if the roads are really muddy, then we'll take a BMP or BTR. So anyway, you get to the driver, you pack all the stuff in his car, and then you head out. You'll drive for an amount of time I don't even want to say because OPSEC, but you'll get to like a gas station or some place where you can get some food and coffee. Your driver and everybody will walk out, and you're instantly greeted with a bunch of people that are either going to the front or are coming off the front. So you could tell by how dirty they are and how stressed out they are. Typically the stressed out ones are the ones that are going in. Yeah, I mean, you'll get in line and the cashiers are just like young 20-something-year-old girls. You talk to them and get your coffee, and it's just like a normal job. Nobody has their plate carriers on. Maybe they do just for comfort, but it's very interesting. You are a 20-minute drive away from artillery and FPVs. But you go on the hood of your car and you're drinking with everybody and just kind of enjoying the morning, stretching. Obviously, you're gonna have adrenaline at this point. You're gonna be knowing in 30 minutes, stuff could happen, all right? In 30 minutes, you're gonna be on the front line. So you're going through that in your head as well. There's a big mental game that's going on. And generally at this point, we'll turn on airplane mode or turn off our phones, take out the SIM card, whatever it is, put it in a Faraday bag. That's the best option. And once the driver says, hey, we gotta head out now, we'll take our armor out of the car, put it on us. I usually don't put on my helmet until we're within FPV range, and we drive off. And as you're driving off towards the front line, again, you're maybe 10 minutes away now, you start seeing street signs saying, hey, Bakhmut is this way, you know, because I was working the Chasivyar area. Yeah, just go down this road, go to Bakhmut, beautiful Bakhmut. It's like a street sign, it's a welcome sign. Very interesting. As you're driving, you get closer and closer, you'll start seeing destroyed vehicles, whether it's tanks or maybe just broken down vehicles, one's hit by FPVs, regular cars. The roads will start getting really dodgy, all right? You're gonna be popping tires, you're gonna be bumping. These roads, a lot of them just go through tree lines, and they weren't actual roads until we needed them. You're gonna be going over trees and going through bushes, driving through bushes. It is off-roading conditions. It's a little terrifying as you're going through there because you have to go slow. You can't be driving like crazy through these potholes, or else you can't get out. And then you'll be turning at certain sections and you know, I'm gonna put on my helmet, lean down a little bit because they can see us from there, or hey, a drone could totally bomb us right now. Or you see a group of vehicles that were ambushed and they were taken out by FPVs or artillery, and then you're gonna be like, okay, this spot is zeroed in, but you can't let any paranoia get in your head. Everybody's calm, you speak calmly, you never panic. It's just a routine, it is a job. The odds are you will make it out of this, especially as a drone operator. You're gonna make it out probably. Just be careful. And if you do get hit, if you do get killed, this is all stuff you need to play in your mind the night before. You text all your friends one final time, you close your phone off, and it's mission time. You know what I mean? And then when you're about 2 minutes away from your position, you're gonna start hearing mortars go off, either friendly or enemy. You're on the front now. This is stuff that you guys have seen in my footage, so I'm not gonna go super into it. So at that point, my team leader will tell us, hey, you two, you're gonna grab all the stuff and go to the blindage and take it there. And Civdiv and me are gonna be unpacking the vehicle, getting it all out, so the exfil people can get their stuff in the car in exfil. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just do what's told and it works out. We all work as a team and we get all the stuff out. But the most important thing is to get the mission essential gear out first. You are taking that to the hole because you could survive without food for a little bit. You can go to another blindage, and a drone, like some of the stuff that we built with FPVs, can drop water and food for you if you lose your bag. But the mission must go on. That is the most important thing. So the mission essential gear comes out first and is taken out. I think you understand why. So the rest is history. That's literally how it goes. So I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into what mission prep looks like and how we operate in Ukraine. It's very much like a job. It is a job, but it's very disciplined. There's a lot of steps. You have to go to your leadership. You have to ask questions, and you eventually just go. You do your job and you come back. Anyway, my team is still out there doing that right now. I'm taking a break. So if you guys would like to support my team, consider donating to the PayPal in my description. They're on the front line as we speak, getting shot at by tanks. I'm in the group chat.
And overnight, tank hit right here, and tank hit right there, 20 meters. Almost took out our generator.
So anyway, thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. The members, the donators, the viewers. Love you all. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.